Assalamualaikum and hi. Today we will present project-based learning on embedded system. The project that we carry out is temperature screening system. For introduction, my name is Abdul Luman Hakim bin Abdul Rahmat and my other group mates are Nurul Sazana binti Mat Sobri, Nur Najah binti Muhammad Syarani and Muhammad Akmal Aiman bin Jamaluddin. The problem statement for this project is infection to COVID-19 increases with close contact, lack of safety features in manually screening system, and manually screening system increase the time taken for someone to enter the building. For the objective, detect people have a fever or have a higher than normal body temperature, limit physical contact to reduce the infection risk, and avoid crowds during the entry process. For the next slide, I will pass this presentation to Nurul Najiha.
Thank you, Abdul Luman. So we will proceed with block diagram. There are 4 input and 4 output for this system. So as you can see, there are 2 servo motor and 2 LCD for output. And for input is PIR sensor, temperature sensor, push button, and ultrasonic sensor. Next, we will proceed with part 1, which is for part 1. When there are no motion detects, it will appear high welcome, and when our motion detect, it will appear please scan your temperature. We will see from the simulation. So as you can see, it will appear please scan your temperature. This is based on the motion detect. And next it will appear high welcome. This is because when there are no motion detect. So let's see it twice. This happens when the condition is there are someone enter the building. And this one happen when there are no motion detects. So we will proceed with part 2
Okay,
with
thank you,
Akmal Aiman.
Najiha. This is my part, and this is my coding. For this coding, I use sensor input at pin A0. I set up the temperature sensor with a binary code, and then I set up the LCD display. Please scan your temperature with delay 1 second, and then I set up 37. LCD will display warning you cannot enter, and if the temperature range 35 to 37, the LCD will display use hand sanitizer with delay 2 seconds. Okay, for this circuit simulation, if I choose 33 for my temperature, the LCD will display please scan your temperature, which is 33 is a good temperature and you can enter the building. If I choose 36 for my temperature, the LCD will display use hand sanitizer, and if I choose 39 for my temperature, LCD will display warning you cannot enter, which is 39 is high temperature. Okay, I will pass the part 3 for to Nurul Shazana.
Thank you, Aiman. Okay, I will proceed to part 3, which is we use the servo motor. So if we push the button, so the servo motor will be rotate to 180 degree. And if no action, so it will be returned to 0 condition. So we proceed to simulation. Okay, as you can see, when we push the button, the motor will be rotate 180 degree, and then it will return back to 0 in the normal condition when we stop the push button. So I will pass to part 4 to Abdul Lukman.
Alright, thank you, Susanna. Alright, for part 4, I use ultrasonic sensor for input and servo motor for output. So the trigger pin is connect to pin number 12 and echo pin is connected to pin number 11. So when the person is near distance not more than 1 meter, the ultrasonic sensor will detect and will trigger the servo motor 2 and will be open the door. We move on to the simulation. Alright, as you can see, now the simulation is there is no people near the ultrasonic sensor. The door will be at negative 90 degree. And when there is people near the ultrasonic sensor, the door will move to negative 5 degree. So there is a basic concept of my part, which is the last part. So I will move pass this presentation to Nur Susanna.
Okay, this is our result for combination of coding. So we go to the next slide. Okay, actually this is all that we cover. So this is the whole simulation that we conduct. Okay, as you can see, when we push the start button, it will trigger the person who coming. So it will display, please scan your temperature. Then okay, then the temperature sensor will be triggered and the display will also use hand sanitizer. Then the person who push the button to press the hand sanitizer, and then the servo motor will be rotate into 180 degree. So after we push up the button to 0 initial. Okay, as you can see, when the person come near the sensor, ultrasonic sensor, the ultrasonic sensor will be triggered, and then the servo motor will be rotated. And after the person who far away from the sensor, then the sensor will be to the 0 initial. So we go to the conclusion.
Okay, this is the conclusion for overall project temperature screening system. The temperature screening system make it easier to control a person's temperature in the current era of the COVID-19 pandemic. This temperature screening system is also very convenient and very useful as it can reduce the burden of shop owners from hiring additional employees to perform body temperature checks manually. People also don't have to line up for long periods of time waiting their turn just to check their body temperature. It can be used in any household at a very low cost and can be installed anywhere. This project, it can be said that in a war with a invisible enemy, this tool is a weapon to survive in this COVID-19 pandemic situation. I think that's all for the conclusion.